Okay. It is recording. Good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, introduce Edpuzzle to you guys. Okay. Let me know if it doesn't work. I think it should be sharing screens though. All right, so this is my short webinar presentation. This is Edpuzzle, more than just videos. A couple of learning objectives with this webinar, what you'll get out of this webinar by the end of tonight. You'll identify the 3 benefits of using this digital tool. One benefit is it helps increase engagement among participants. A second benefit is that it helps check for understanding amongst those who are viewing the video. And it also encourages, number 3, collaboration amongst your colleagues. So you can make this a very collaborative tool with other teachers in the building or in the district. But what is Edpuzzle? So Edpuzzle is a digital tool that makes ordinary videos interactive. You can use different types of videos, whether it's on YouTube or you can upload your own videos. And then you can also add questions, interactive features into the video. Multiple choice questions are an option. There are open-ended questions you can add into these videos. You can also add your own personal notes and even voiceovers to kind of give your videos a little extra something. Okay. And I figured the best way to show you how Edpuzzle works and its benefits is to have you guys actually go through an Edpuzzle. So if you would right now, please log into edpuzzle.com. You can create a free account. When you set up your free account, please join as a student for the purpose of this webinar. Join as a student, please. And the join code is right here, all lowercase BENUHOR. I know some people have already added the class or joined my class. Some people can still do that now. But go ahead and add that. Give it about a minute or so. And then after that minute, I'll let you guys go ahead and make sure you're muted and play through the video on your own. So just give it one more minute. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add that join code to the group chat in case people still need it, and my screen share. And if you're not in, let me know. If you need help getting in, also let me know. But right now, since I give you guys some time, if you want to go ahead, there should be a video available to you called INTE 5670 short webinar video. It's got my picture of me as a thumbnail. Just as long as you guys are muted, which we all are, that's great. Go ahead and start that video on your own. And then after we all finish the video, I'll leave time for Q&A, reflection, and questions. All right, so I know we are all done because one of the really cool features that Edpuzzle has is that I can go into that video and I can look at each student's individual progress. There's a little bar that pops up next to your name and it tells me how much of a percentage of the video that you've watched already. So all of you have 100% completion on the video. It also tells me what the grade you receive for the video is, but since there was an open-ended question, it doesn't automatically grade the open-ended question, so I would have to go in and grade that on my own. But any multiple choice questions that you added to the video automatically get graded by the Edpuzzle software. So that's pretty cool. I was going to open it up for the last part of the webinar. If you guys had any questions or about the tool, how I've used it, how you think you could use it in the classroom, depending on your content area and where you guys are at. Yeah, so that's another great feature about Edpuzzle is that students that are tempted or people that are tempted to tab out and just go do something else with the videos playing, automatically pauses it for them so that it prevents that, skipping through.
So I was going to say that when I was working in the US, there was an HR tool that we had to use to do like the sexual harassment course and like fire safety first aid course. And this is very similar. And, obviously everyone who I work with, we thought, oh, this technology is good because of course everyone wanted to like skip through all the modules. And, obviously with this kind of tool, you can't do that. And I love it for students. Like it's so smart. And yeah, just the fact that you are testing them during the video and not waiting until the whole thing's over. I love that.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I think it's really good because it pushes them with like those open-ended questions. You can ask them and kind of challenge their thinking, but also does very simple checks for understanding in the sense of, okay, who, what, when, where, why, if you're thinking in terms like that. I really love the collaborative feature that you can add. You share videos with your people in your district, find things on YouTube, Khan Academy, whatever. I think that's one of my favorite parts about it. Do any of you guys see yourselves potentially using this in a classroom setting or in a professional development setting at all? Or thoughts about that?
My district has like I guess district, like it's on our class link. So we click on it. And so I've used it for culture since I teach Spanish. So I'll watch a video for my upper levels and then have them answer questions. And I also use it for grammar. So if they're learning like a really hard grammar point, to stop them, see if they know, stop them, see if they know. So I like them. They're really fun. And I've actually used them in like trainings that I've been in.
Oh, very cool. Awesome. No, that's great. I didn't even think about like the grammar. Like that's a great way to, stop and check and see if they really are getting it. So from what I know, looking at questions in the chat. So if your district buys a license, it automatically syncs up your account to a district account. So that's how you share within your district. I don't know if you can share outside of your district. I think it just generally turns into just sharing what's on YouTube or what's open on the web. But the school paid accounts are within your own district. So I can get videos from people in my district that are teaching at the elementary school if I wanted to, and I teach at middle school. So. Any other thoughts or questions for me or anything at all that kind of come up as you're playing through this video or thinking about what we're talking about?
So it might be an interesting day to ask this question because you just went back to school. Do you think you're going to use this tool less now that you're back in school? Like, do you think it's better suited for distance learning, or do you think you can incorporate it the same amount of time that you were doing it before?
I think it really does depend. I do see myself probably using it less because I'm now in person, but I can also see times where I would use it in person as a great check, like an exit ticket, for example. Like, here's a very, very short recap video. What we talked about, watch the Edpuzzle before you head out so I can kind of see what I could have done better or what concepts I might need to refresh next class. So I think there's opportunities for both settings, but with how I know I'm setting up like my Canvas for my kids, I would probably publish it on Canvas for like my kids that are quarantined or sick or still hybrid, but probably less likely to use it now just because of trying to get these kids back to a routine of a kind of normal school year.
Have you do you know of any like downsides to it? Like, have you had any problems with it at all?
So one of the issues that I've had, it has an embedded feature with Canvas, so you can actually merge the two together. Sometimes Canvas as my LMS and Edpuzzle don't get along, and I'm not quite sure which side that issue is starting from. But I've had some kids that say, I can't get into the Edpuzzle, it says restricted access, or it's not showing up, or whatever. And I don't know if that's an Edpuzzle side of tech issue, or if that's a Canvas side with the integration piece. So, but it's been very few, to be honest. Like most of the kids that I've had, troubleshooting these issues with have been relatively easy fixes. General observations about effectiveness using open-ended questions. So one of the first things that comes to mind is I assigned an Edpuzzle like 2 weeks ago on animal conservation in Central Africa. That was kind of one of our focuses in our Africa unit. And I asked my students an open-ended question: what are the positives and negatives of human-animal interaction? And that was more of a question that the video kind of gives them a little bit of an answer to, but it was more their own thinking. And I think for some kids, they really did a great job of stretching their thinking and thinking how, that interaction could be positive and negative. And I had some kids that really struggled with that. They're very concrete thinkers. So I think I like open-ended questions more than just multiple choice because it really does stretch learners' thinking. And that's just kind of my observations with it. Yeah, of course. It is 7:16, so I don't know if there's other webinars or you have other things you want to get to tonight, but I really appreciate you guys coming and watching this. And I hope that this was kind of a cool tool that you could maybe add to your toolbox. But you guys can always ask me questions either later tonight or if you want to hang on after people log off. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I will see you all later. Have a great rest of your night.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.